Welcome to the Support Report podcast, hosted by United Community Supports of Maryland. Here, we discuss any and all topics relating to adults with developmental disabilities as we strive to make support resources and other interesting topics more accessible to our community. On this episode of the Support Report, we have Miss Lucy sharing a few resources that she has found helpful for her family. So can you please share the name of the resource that you're recommending?
So the first one we recommended was Dr. Pavel Klein.
Okay. And where is this resource located?
He practices in Bethesda, Maryland.
Okay. And how did you find out about the resource?
He was recommended by our daughter's pediatric neurologist. And when she aged out, she said, why don't you try Dr. Klein? And he specializes in epilepsy. So we decided to go with him.
Awesome. And what's your experience with them?
So Dr. Klein, in addition to straight up following patients, he also does a lot of testing of medications. And at the time, our daughter was not responding to her medication, and she had sort of tapped out many of the medications available to people with epilepsy. And so he offered us a study, and we tried it, didn't work, but right away he said, okay, fine. He had another one. And Adrian was involved in this study for several years where they were doing this study and then seeking FDA approval. And this particular medication is quite good for her. So it's been, knock wood, an excellent choice for us because we were able to tap into a new drug that's very, very effective. So we appreciate dedication to finding new solutions for his patients.
Mm-hmm. And what makes them such a great resource for our community?
So I think that a lot of the members of our community are, for one reason or another, seeking neurological help, and he specializes so specifically in seizure disorders that this is something that's rare and hard to find. There are not that many specialists, epileptologists, even countrywide. So when you find a really good one near you, you found something so helpful to your situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, perfect. And can you please share the name of the next resource that you're recommending?
So when all our kids were younger, we used the Pediatric Care Center in Bethesda, and that was Dr. Dana Kornfeld. And so she's a pediatrician, but she sees patients until the age of 26. She created a teen and young adult center that's separate by a floor in her office for teens and young adults. So I felt like that was just brilliant.
Yeah. And where is she located?
She's also in Bethesda, Maryland.
Okay. And how did you find out about them?
She's one of the local docs that was in our plan, but we were so happy to find her. I have three girls, all three of them adored her. One is still seeing her as they grew and they went up to the top level, which is the teen and young adult center. It's a different kind of care. She pays particular attention to issues surrounding the teenage years and transitioning to adulthood. And So they became very close with her. They didn't want to leave her because she really took such good care of them as young women, and they relied on her a lot. She's very open. She's very smart. She's just an excellent doctor in our community.
That's wonderful. And it sounds like you've just had a really good experience.
They loved her. They trusted her. They. I think sometimes, it's hard for that age group to be open, to understand sort of where they fit into their, like medicine as a commodity. And she really guided them through that. And they were honest with her and open, and they learned a lot from her. She was very attentive. Wonderful doctor.
Great. And what makes her such a great resource for our community?
So, because for us in particular, it wasn't just the strictly medical issues. She's well connected within the medical world, and so if there were mental health issues or other things, she was able to recommend very highly skilled practitioners in specialized fields. So we didn't waste a lot of time looking for other doctors. She recognized the importance of mental health and urged, care in that area as well. And so, we just found her to be a great resource also for other doctors, because she's so good. She's at that echelon where we wanted to go with whomever she recommended.
That's awesome.
We have a very good agency we work with for employment. So it's called Work Opportunities Unlimited, because we've been it says Montgomery County, Silver Spring, but we've been virtual with them the whole time. So I didn't know where they were actually located, but they're in Silver Spring. Adrian has a job coach with them who is stellar, so good. She's very connected. She follows up. She helped Adrian find her job. She helped prepare the job site for Adrian coming. It's just really been a very, very positive experience. And she goes above and beyond. I mean, she really is she's an excellent part of the whole team that supports Adrian. But I would say not a lot of people use this group, Work Opportunities Unlimited, but they're very, very good.
Yeah. And how did you find out about them?
A neighbor told me about them because of this particular job coach.
That's awesome. And then what would you say makes them such a great resource for the community?
My experience with the one job coach is what I would say. I cannot speak to their full staff, but I know their executive director and this one job coach, and they're both just quite personable. They're tireless in their pursuit of finding employment opportunities. They're very skilled at the intricacies of placing individuals in employment, while being very respectful of the whole idea of having a disability and seeking a job. This is, in Adrian's case, for example, how do I say this? The expectations are very high. She's had training for her job, and so it's quite serious. But they don't push her beyond her limitations. She likes to work part-time, and they, worked with that. They just took it all very seriously. to find a job in Adrian's chosen profession, which is childcare.
That's really great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so, so much. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks again for listening to the Support Report podcast. Tune in next month for a new episode.